What's up? What's up? Super Bias Sports. We appreciate y'all. But we got to talk about old man Brady and these last minute comebacks. What's up, YouTube? This is your boy Tea Time from the Super Bias Sports Show, a place where a fan could be a fan no matter how biased their takes are. I'm here with my boys tonight. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves. Y'all go ahead.
Ramon the Bonnet. How y'all doing? Shout out. We appreciate you guys.
Hey, it's your boy Pedro, Bills Mafia. Stand up. Let's get it popping.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Listen, before we jump into this, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and tell all your friends about the Super Bias Sports Show. We appreciate all the love that we've been getting, and let's keep this thing rolling. So, we're going to jump right into this. Y'all know how I feel about these. We're going to talk about it. Are Brady's comebacks questionable or are they great? Me personally, I don't think that they're great. I got a big question mark behind it. I just feel like everything that Brady does is just glorified because it's Tom Brady. And when it's somebody else, they get ripped apart, right? Like his comebacks are nothing different than what happened with Dak Prescott against the Houston Texans, right? We played a terrible game. Then what happened? Fourth quarter, last minute drive. Dak goes on a 98-yard drive, scores a touchdown, wins the game. Cowboys fans is hyped, but the whole NFL world is hating, talking about they should have never been in that position. They should have never did it. Now, fast forward, and now you look at Tampa Bay, and they're doing the same thing. Like they just did, they just beat Arizona Cardinals without Kyler Murray 19-16. And everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's the GOAT. He's doing it all over again." No, he's not. Like, what is that? Like, isn't he supposed to beat them? He should have. That game shouldn't have even been close. So I don't know. Y'all know what I'm saying. My answer right off the bat is all of these comebacks that he's doing are questionable. What y'all got?
All right. I think I'm gonna try to take bias out of it because I don't like Tom Brady. Y'all already know, but we beat them twice in the Super Bowl, so I really care less about the man. And I don't want to beat a dead horse when he's down. He got a
Kick him.
divorce
Kick him.
and all that type of stuff. But he's been playing better since that.
That's true.
But
That ain't saying
but
much.
I'm gonna say they're not questionable. They're good, not great. I wouldn't say great. I look at his whole body of work. This is what he does. Literally over the last 20 years. Literally, this is what he has been doing over the
I
last
mean,
20 years.
his
Yeah,
career, I'm not going to question him. I'm not going to question those.
yeah,
He's the GOAT. But these are all questionable. This
yeah,
season, questionable.
yeah. Shoot, if we want to say that, that Danny Dimes said that most of our wins was comebacks in the fourth quarter. But we're not talking about that goat. We're not talking about that baby goat. Talking about Brady.
Baby.
So I say
So,
no, they're good. And I'm going to pass it off to my man Pedro, who's seen enough of Tom Brady. You just want him out.
so, what's the name of this show? What's the name of the show?
Super bias. Super
I'm biased as
bias.
heck. I am
Let's
biased.
do it.
I am happy.
Uh
This is the
oh.
best. This is great. I think this is great for Tom Brady to finally us seeing the human version of him. So him.
Yes.
So I think obviously everyone says he's the GOAT and is painfully he is a great product of his environment. A lot of his Super Bowls he had were because of his defense, and we all know other
For
things
sure.
that he has done, and it's finally coming to light.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna share something. I'm just gonna share the schedule this season.
Please do.
If I knew how to do it, that'd be even better. But
I got you.
I
right
I
here,
got you.
I got you.
Okay.
So Right here is the
There it
schedule.
is.
So they beat teams that they were supposed to beat, if that. We're not going to count
Right.
week 1 with the Cowboys because no one knows who no one knows about week 1. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
all
wait.
touchy
Let me
feely.
chime
At
in on
least
that
first
though.
quarter of every season, I feel like it
Let me
is.
chime in on that.
Well.
They only scored, and I've been saying this about Tampa since week 1 because y'all know the whole NFL world is haters of Cowboys. But when Tampa Bay beat us, all on Facebook, all these people were commenting and tagging me. Oh, we just whooped y'all. No, y'all didn't. Y'all scored 19 points. All of those, except for 7 of those points, were field goals. Do not tell me that this team is good with Julio Jones, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and y'all can only score 7 points. I don't want to hear. So keep going. I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off. Keep going.
No, it's all good, man. I mean, they beat the Saints, and we see what that whole division is trash. So let's continue. They lost against Green Bay, which,
When they were
as
struggling.
you can see, they've been up and down. And if you guys check out the previous video that we're about to do, you'll see that.
Mhm.
KC, obviously, they lost against him. They won against Atlanta, which they were supposed to do.
Exactly.
And then Pittsburgh, they lost to Pittsburgh, and we see how they're doing.
18 to
Carolina,
20.
Baltimore,
Yep.
the
L's.
Rams, they won against the
Mhm.
Rams, but Rams are surprisingly trash this year. They beat Seattle. And then, as you can see, I'm not going to read everything for you guys. But yeah, that's basically what the season has become of what they're doing. So let's hand it off.
No, I'm right there with you, dude. Like, they just aren't. They're not doing anything convincing, right? Like this, you're telling me, like, just listen to this. Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Leonard Fournette, and Julio Jones. Like, if you riddled those names off, no one would say that their record would be this poor. And then to say that they're deserving of the playoffs, they have a 7-8 record. Like, they're not even a 500 team with those names. So it's like, and now that list of guys are now going to be in the playoffs. Like, that's crazy to me. Like, no, they yes. So the next portion of this is, will they make the playoffs? Unfortunately, yeah, they're going to make it because that division is terrible. But the real question should be, are they deserving to be in the playoffs? And that answer is absolutely not.
Well, I guess they're more deserving than anybody else in their division.
Which ain't saying much.
Yeah, so will they make the playoffs? I'm saying yes also. I
Yeah.
am, I am, I am. I do want to face them in the playoffs in the title for the NFC title. I do think that we're going to speak about that a little bit later, but
Yeah,
on the next little topic that we're about to do. Well, go
that
ahead,
just
Pedro. What is your
please.
take
Yeah, I
on will
mean,
they make the
it's
playoffs?
if there was just one more game, I wouldn't even say they're making the playoffs. But because there's only 2 more games left, some of them are divisional games, so it might sprinkle it up or however juggle it up a little bit. But yeah,
Mhm.
I still think it's anyone's game. If you look at the standings, I mean, Tampa Bay 7-8, and then the next two, Carolina and the Saints, they're both 6-9. So it's if Tampa Bay just loses one of the next 2 games,
Mhm.
which who are they
They could
playing the next 2
definitely.
games? Does
They
anybody got
got
that up?
Carolina. Yeah, they got
Okay.
Carolina next, which is this week, and then the Falcons to close it out.
They got to be
Yeah.
careful because Carolina
So
And
can
they
make some big
already
depending
games.
lost
on
to
who
Carolina.
wins this week
Uh-huh.
right here, that's going to determine on who is going. And I don't see, I don't know. The connection between Evans and Tom Brady has not been there. There's been so many drops. Who
Mhm.
knows its divisions? So I'm not even going to say they'll make it or not. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, with that being said, would you want to face them in the playoffs? This is more of a Ramon question or for myself because Pedro.
Though.
Yeah, Buffalo ain't gonna see them in the Super Bowl. That would be your only way. And Buffalo more than likely is in there.
Nope.
But these garbage Buccaneers are not. Ramon, what's your thoughts? I'll let you go.
Well, me, of course, I want to see them in the playoffs. And for us to see them in the playoffs, it will have to be in the NFC title game. Which if they get there, but I would just want the Giants to take
If y'all
Tom
get there.
Brady. No, it's the fourth year, but we. I just want to take down Tom Brady one more time. One
Send him
more
off into
time.
retirement.
He ain't gonna retire, but just to
He
beat him
needs
one more time in the playoffs, I would love that. You know, with baby goat dimes there, man. I think so. I
yeah.
want to see him.
Pedro, is this something that you, let's say by some miracle, aka
I would
the NFL and the
love.
refs, helps Tampa Bay, because they will need all the help from Roger Goodell and every ref in order for this to happen. But let's say some crazy thing happens and Tampa Bay makes it to the Super Bowl. Do you want this matchup?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Really?
You find me one Bills fan that doesn't want to see Tom Brady, his decrepit old body, in the playoffs. I guarantee you, if somehow Tampa Bay makes it to the Super Bowl, Von Miller is coming off this IR, and he is definitely everybody. Heck, Bruce Smith is coming to try to get in this. All right.
Listen, honestly, that's not too far off, right? I mean, if by some miracle Tampa Bay makes it, it's got to be just as likely of a miracle that Von Miller will be ready to play in that game. So you're not far off. Would I like to face them in the playoffs? Absolutely, because we're going to face them in the playoffs if they win out. We got the number 5 spot lock. Nothing's changing on that end. So would I like to? Yes, because I believe that Dallas is not the same team that they are in that's going to be in the playoffs that they were in week 1. Dallas, is not that team that could only muster up 3 points. Our offense right now is leading the league in points scored. In Tampa Bay, if you scroll back through their illustrious schedule, they aren't putting up many points. Like their season high right now is 31 points. So I'm not concerned about that at all. And they let up points. They let up 34 to the Bengals. They let up 35 to the Niners. So I'm not concerned about what started off as a great defense is now ending up very basic. And Tom Brady's not going to have that opportunity to they're not going to have the opportunity if he ends up, they're not going to have any of those comeback deals. That's not happening. So I say, yeah, we want it. Like, right. If I'm gonna speak for all the Cowboys nation. We want all the smoke. We want to see them in the playoffs. Ramon, Giants not going to get the opportunity to take them out, but Dallas sure is going to get that opportunity. And me, you're going to make a video because I'm going to get to see how you feel because it's happening. Like, Dak said we're going to see them again. It was supposed to be last year, but now it's this year. We're going to see them again, and I want it for sure.
One more thing. If I learned something throughout the 20-year career of Tom Brady in playoffs, I just don't bet against the guy. You just don't. You just don't. For some reason, I don't know if it's the deflating of the football, if it's the watching the other people play calls on defense.
Yep.
I don't know what it is, but somehow he makes it through the playoffs somehow. I don't know. Unscathed.
It's the NFL. It's the NFL. But, we're not gonna go down that road. We know what it is. We know what it is. So, you know what? We'll see. Like I said, Cowboys Nation, we want it. We want that matchup. So I'm all down. We'll see what happens though. I don't know. I don't care too much about Brady.
Anything else, Pedro?
Yeah, Pedro, you got anything to close it out?
No, I just want to say we thank you for all the support and everything that you guys have given us. We have, as Ramon could attest, the numbers have been skyrocketing ever since everything we've done. But so thank you and continue to show that support with the likes, comments, we're always available to talk to you guys, and please give us new topics and everything. We're always down to listen.
Mhm.
That being said, hey, we out.
Deuces, y'all.
Yeah,
Deuces.
yo.